There's a whole lot of horrible, nasty stuff going on out there. But I feel like it's going away. Even though looking at the news and social media, it doesn't appear to be like that. But I felt recently a big shift. And I feel lighter.
When was that?
Just over the past few days. It's like a burden is being lifted from me, and this heaviness, and I'm feeling more joy. Something is taking place. Do you have any sense of that?
Well, I'm looking at the time quality from the astrological perspective, and we are in the midst of an eclipse portal.
Yeah.
So eclipses bring sudden shifts and sudden changes. That's their archetypal quality, and normally they are associated with detrimental shifts, but they can be positive as well. I mean, if you feel like something has shifted, then by all means.
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling, it's quite unexpected. I got plenty of things to complain about. But I don't feel like complaining. I feel like something is, it's being taken away. This darkness, the heaviness that's been following me around, it seems to be dissipating. I don't know, maybe, I got rid of my Wi-Fi recently. Maybe I'm going through a healing process. Now that's been about a week. That could be one, reason for it. But I feel like it's coming from out there. It may be that I'm able to receive these energies better without that constant irritation of that Wi-Fi. I used to feel like, my skin would be all prickly and the radiations drive me crazy. But there's something out there that's it's good.
What is out there? Can you tap into that?
Oh, well, there are great forces at work out there trying to get rid of these beings and entities and devices that have been keeping us under their thumb. And you know all about that. And they're hard at work, and they're gaining ground every day. And I'm tapping into that, and it's like, ooh, swift change is at hand. They're trying real hard to get us to, look the other way, and calamity. Don't you believe it?
Yeah.
Most of the reports I'm seeing in the news are just totally fabricated. Of course, that's nothing new, but now they're working overtime.
Yeah.
Their days are numbered. It's going to be very swift. And the big changes that we saw in the past, with the lockdowns and all that, how the whole world shifted on a dime and suddenly everything was different, the whole world all at once. Yeah, it's going to be like that, only this one's going to make you happy.
I remember last solstice, we had, it was before, but during solstice there was this sudden change in the emotional atmosphere, if you wish, where we felt this serenity and this calmness and this joy. And I remember that we talked about it and we said, this is something that has to do with the greater happenings unfolding, let's say. Mm-hmm. And there was a moment in spring again, and then nothing. So is this connected? Do you have an...
Connected? Everything's connected.
Yeah, of course, but to this sensation of last solstice?
Well, it's a progression, and what's happening now is this new energy. This is a new phase. There's great operation out there, and we're seeing a lot of things come in. And those of us who pay attention to space and all the things that are happening out there, it's all coming in hard and fast. There's still a great deal of distortion trying to keep us from seeing what's out there. But those machines are being disabled.
I am still thinking about 3-eye Atlas and what this interstellar object has to do with it all.
Mm-hmm.
It is approaching Mars. It has crossed Jupiter's orbit. And it will meet Jupiter again later, I think in February or March next year. But now it's approaching Mars. And then the perihelion of the Sun, the nearest point of the Sun.
Yeah.
So it feels like it shifts the energy too. And I'm still wondering what this object is all about.
I don't feel like it's, a spacecraft. It doesn't belong to any one of those space forces. Various beings who are conducting operations. I don't think it belongs to any of them. It feels to me more like it's a computer, like it's a device from somewhere else.
Well, it definitely is not a comet. It's not just a rock, which is by chance passing through the solar system. It feels like, a computer, I don't know, but maybe a probe or even something that is not only collecting data, but also dispersing data.
Like in the 4th Star Trek movie, where there was a probe and nobody knew who it belonged to, what it was here for. It was ancient. You remember that movie?
No.
And it came here to communicate with whales. And at that point in the future of this movie, there were no more whales. And it kept sending out a signal that was causing earthquakes and calamities, and it was going to destroy the Earth the longer it went on. So Captain Kirk and his crew had to travel back in time to a point where they could pick up a couple of humpback whales and bring them into the future. So that's interesting that we're talking about a probe and we've been talking about whales, and it's the plot of a Star Trek movie.
Oh my goodness, we're living in a Star Trek movie.
Yeah.
We've been living in that all along. Well, we know that Gene Roddenberry is the guy who invented.
Yeah.
He was informed about a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And in hindsight, we can make so many connections. There's so many people who are talking about this, but
it could well be something similar to that. Maybe he knew something and put that in that movie, and now it's actually taking place.
Yeah, I love that kind of thinking.
But yeah, when I try and look at those objects, I don't sense anybody aboard. It's definitely not a comet. It's technological, but I think it might be a probe or some sort of device. Maybe for good reason, maybe not. Maybe it's just some civilization that's using it to collect data or energy.
I don't feel like it could collect data, but on the other hand, I think it's more here to give us more information of some kind. Upgrade the solar system. I'm going to be very interested what happens when it reaches perihelion, when it's next to the sun, because sun's activity is absolutely fascinating to watch. And sun was very quiet during summer, and now we have had a couple of activities coming back, so it's starting in its next phase. So what's going to happen when this 3i Atlas thing is next to the sun?
We shall see.
When I was just thinking, so what happened last year, what was surprising? And it already slips I feel like I forgot it. I forgot everything that happened last year.
Yeah, I know what
it's
you mean.
Like short term, how do you say, short memory loss? Short-term memory.
Short-term memory loss. Yeah. I know. I experienced the same thing.
The only thing that I remember is that I probably said a couple of times, wow, this is interesting, and the energies are shifting and moving, and we are moving towards the how can you say this, the end game? Well, I think we're in the end game anyways, but so something big is happening soon. I remember saying that in the last couple of years.
I know. But then it's like, well, why hasn't it happened yet? Well, it is happening.